Now, for lots of us, the local bus isn't just a useful service, it can be a lifeline, but many rural routes have been cut, much to the anger of campaigners. They are a powerful voice, forcing Kent County Council to put its plans for £2.25 million worth of cuts into reverse. This week we'll find out what KCC's new plans are, but all the options have potential drawbacks for passengers, as Briohny Williams explains.
Across England since 2010, spending on supported bus services has dropped by 46%. This reflects the situation across the South East, where councils have reduced their spend by anywhere from 30% to 83%, according to the charity, the Campaign for Better Transport. With passenger numbers dropping, operator costs rising and budget pressures, many councils are facing a situation where they have to reduce services or radically change them to keep rural buses running. Kent County Council is calling it the big conversation. So how worried are people in Kent?
No, they're not any good. They only run every 2 hours now. So before, you know, when they run every hour, that was all right. But now you've got, there's one at 9:30, the next one isn't till 10 to 12. So that's a really nuisance, you know. So a lot of people are not happy with them.
No bus on a Sunday or a bank holiday.
They're not exactly reliable, and for my job it's a lot easier in a car.
Yeah, for a certain generation, I think they are very important.
I wouldn't miss it at the moment, but I'm young enough to be able to drive a car, and able enough to be able to drive a car. But there are obviously people that would benefit from the bus.
Kent County Council is looking at 3 ways rural bus services could change: a bookable, flexible bus service, a taxi-style bus service, or a feeder service which links areas using smaller vehicles to pick people up and take them to places where there are better transportation links. Well, all of the options have pros and cons. A bookable system could be difficult to use for some people, but it would increase journey options. A taxi-style service would stick to a timetable, but the amount of people that use it could be limited because of the smaller vehicles. A feeder system would connect people to existing bus routes. It could provide more regular journeys, connect communities and run to a scheduled timetable. But you would lose a direct bus journey, you'd have to change vehicle, and you could possibly have a longer journey time.
It would be really good, because there's a lot of old people here, elderly I should say, people here that, you know, don't have cars, don't have someone to take them, and I think that would be brilliant for them.
I mean, these enormous double-decker buses very often are almost empty, and that would actually make sense if people could rely on it and know when it was coming and plan for it. I think it would be a good thing.
Well, it'd be easier, wouldn't it? You wouldn't have to wait 2 hours for a bus.
Any of the proposed changes could mean those that have free or discounted bus use may have to pay extra, and some with mobility issues may be reluctant to use more than one vehicle. But cost and ease of use are already a problem for some.
I've not used a lot of buses. My wife is disabled, so basically wherever I go, I try to make it more comfort for travelling.
Well, personally, I don't use it because I've waited 3 years to get a bus pass, and I've only just got it, and I can't afford the fares. They're absolutely exorbitant. I don't know how some people manage.
The findings of the council's big conversation will be released later this week. It could be the start of a rural transport transformation.
Briohny Williams there with our report.